Hello everyone, welcome you back for the module 3. The module 3 consists of the components and as well as the hydraulic circuit design. The first what we are discussing is with respect to the components and the next part is with respect to the hydraulic circuit design. In the, in the components, the first is nothing but a classification of the control valve, directional control valve, symbolic representation, constructional features and as construction features of the puppet valve, sliding spool, rotary type valves, solenoid valves and DCV shuttles and as well as check valves. The second part in the components is nothing but a pressure control valves. Types direct operated type and as well as a pilot operated type. The third one is nothing but a flow control valve. Flow control valve, compensated valve, non-compensated valve, needle valves, temperature compensated valve, pressure compensated valve, pressure and temperature compensated valve, and FCV symbols and representation. In the second part, the hydraulic circuit design, the control of the single double acting hydraulic cylinder, regenerative circuits, uploading circuits, double pump hydraulic systems, counterbalance valve applications, hydraulic cylinder sequencing circuits, cylinder synchronizing it, uh, hydraulic circuits and force multiplication, the speed control and hydraulic cylinder, metering in and metering out, and bleeding of circuits, the pilot pressure operated circuits, hydraulic circuits with examples of accumulators. The first what we are discussing is with respect to components. See, one of the most important consideration in the fluid power system is the control. If the control is not there, the entire system will be under failure. For that reason only, the control components is not properly, if it is not properly selected, the entire system will not function in a required fashion. The fluid power system is controlled primarily through the use of the control devices called DCV valves, PCV valves and FCV valves. DCV valves is nothing but a direction control valves. PCV is nothing but a pressure control valves. FCV is nothing but a flow control valve. The directional control valve determines the path through the fluid transfer and gives a circuit. For example, to establish the direction of the motion of the hydraulic cylinder or the motor. This controls the fluid path in accomplishing the primarily by check valves, shuttle valves, and as well as the two-way, three-way, and four-way direction control valves. Especially in the case of the directional control valve, the fluid flow in what direction it has to flow, that is most important, and that is decided by means of the directional control valve. The pressure control valve protects the system against the over pressure which may occur due to the excessive actuator loading and due to the closing of the valves. In general, the pressure control valve accomplishes the pressure relief valve, pressure reducing valve, pressure sequencing valve, uploading valve, and counterbalancing valve. Fluid flow control valve. The fluid flow control valve controls the flow rate and in the various line and in the hydraulic circuits. See, these three directional control valve, pressure control valve, and as well as a fluid control valve, all the three are essential. Without this, the entire system will be under failure. For example, the control valve actuator speeds depends upon the flow rate. This type of control is accomplished through the usage of the flow control valve. The first what we are discussing is with respect to the directional control valve. A valve is a device that receives the external signal either by means of the mechanical or by means of the fluid pilot signal or by electrical or electronic to release or to stop or to direct the fluid flow through it. The function of the DCV valve is to control the direction of the fluid in a hydraulic circuit or in the hydraulic systems. The DCV does this by changing the position of the internal movable parts. To be more specific, DCV valves are mainly required for the flowing purpose. To start, to stop, accelerate, decelerate, and the change in direction of the motion, the hydraulic actuators are used. To permit the free flow from the pump to the reservoir and at low pressure, and when the pump delivers is not needed into the system. To vent the relief valve, by either electrical or by means of the mechanical or by means of solenoid controls also to isolate a certain branches of the circuits. See, these are the main functions of the DCV valves. Any valves contains the ports for the external opening through which the fluid can enter and as well as exit via connecting pipes. Normally we used to call these as the hoses. Even here also the pressure what it is maintained between the exit and as well as the inlet, it may be of the same or it may be varying it depending upon the type of the application and also the type of the flow what it is. The number of ports in the DC valves is identified with the term ways. Thus the valves with a 4 ports is called as a four-way valves. The DCV valves consist of the valves or the bodies or the valve housing and as well as a valve mechanism usually mounted on the subplates. The ports of the subplates are threaded to hold the tube fitting with connect and as well as a valve to the fluid conductor line. The valve mechanism directs the fluid to select out the port or to stop the fluid from the passing through the valve. The DCU valves are classified based on the fluid path, design characteristics and as well as the control methods and as well as the constructions. The classification of the DCU valves. The DCU valves are classified as the check valves, shuttle valves, two-way valves, three-way valves and as well as the four-way valves. The check valve is a very simplest one and the shuttle valve is somewhat a little complicated, but in the case of the two-way, three-way and as well as the four-way, spools are used. The classification of the DCV valve based on the design characteristics. An internal valve mechanism that directs the flow of the fluid such mechanisms can be either by means of the poppet or by means of the pawl or by means of the spool or by means of the rotatory plug or by means of rotary disc. The number of switching position, either it may be 2 or it may be 3. The number of connecting ports or it may be the ways. And the method of the valve actuation is that causes the valve mechanism to move into the alternate position. This is the basic classification based on the design characteristics. The classification of the DCV valves based on the controlling methods. DCV valves are classified as direct control valve and as well as the indirect control valve. Direct control valves are the valves that actuates directly on the valve spool. This is suitable for the small size valves. The indirect control valve are the valves that actuates the pilot line using a solenoid or by means of a combine of the electro-hydraulic or it may be electro-pneumatic, and the use of these valves reduces the size of the valve. This is suitable for the large size of valves. The classification is based on the construction and as well as the internal moving parts. The DCV valves are classified as rotary spool valve, sliding spool valve. The rotary spool valves are the spool valves normally which is there in the case of the rotary valves only. The rotary spool it rotates to change the direction of the fluid. It has a longitudinal groove. The rotary spool is usually manually operated. The sliding spool type consists of a spool shaped, or normally we can say it's a stepped, something like a stepped shaft. This spool is fitted with a precision into the body bore through the longitudinal axis of the valve body. The land of this spool is divided these bores into a series of separate chambers. These ports and as well as the valves body leads into these chambers, and the position of this spool determines the nature of the interconnection between the ports. Either it may be in the open position or it may be in the closed position. Now here the symbolic representation of the valves. Each individual switching portion as shown by a square. The path indicates how the movement of the what we can say the fluid, or it may be the pneumatic, or it may be the fluid is flowing it, the direction of the flow. If it is from from bottom to upwards, the upward arrow it is mentioned. If the wall is in a closed position, it is represented by a vertical line with a two horizontal lines, which is something like a capacitor. If it's a two position wall, a two blocks we are using it, one is A and as well as a B. If the three position walls, the three blocks are used. Then the ports added to the two position wall. The ports, in the sense here in this case, there are two position walls. In the two position walls also, the ports, in the sense the inlet port and as well as the outlet ports are added. The AB is nothing but the outlet port, PT is nothing but the inlet ports. Two flow path with a two position wall. Two flow path, in the sense both forward and as well as the reverse direction, that is represented symbolically by means of a two rectangle and as well as upward and as well as a downward arrow, and even the cross arrow is also represented. The two ports are connected and two ports are closed. And this is represented by means of a single rectangular block with a two ports A and B and as well as a P and T with a inverted arrow. Next, some of the symbolical representation with respect to the walls is, uh, normally closed position P is not connected to A when the wall is not actuated. The way is closed. See here in the previous symbolical representation also, where the closed position is represented by means of some like a capacitor symbol. Even the normally open position P is connected to A when the wall is not actuated. The way is open. In this, there is a difference between the previous one and as well as this one what we are discussing it. These two are totally interchanged. Here in this case, the P2A, the wall is open position. In the previous case, P2A is under closed position. Normally open position P is connected to A when the wall is not actuated. The way is open. Now even here also the P to A, it is connected. The next one what we are discussing is nothing but the normally open position P is connected to A when the wall is actuated, then the way is closed. The P to A is connected, but it is actually closed. The next one what we are discussing is the connection between the four bar two-way walls, or it may be four port to two position DCV walls. Four ports and two position DC walls. P is connected to A and B is connected to T. The forward is one path P to A and the reverse is in one path from B to T. The next one is nothing but in the position 2, P is connected to B and as well as A is connected to D. Even the crosswise link is also there, which is connecting P to B and as well as A to T. The next one is five-way walls, 5 ports and as well as 2 positions. Here in this case, P is connected to B and A is connected to R. P is connected to A and A is connected to R. R is another port which has been added. But here in this case, only the 2 positions it can be. The next one is 4 bar 3-way walls, or 4 ports 3 position walls. PTAB. PT is nothing but the inlet walls and as well as the AB is nothing but the outlet walls. Then the mid position pump reciprocating PT A and B are closed. See here the symbolical method of representation is given by each different switching position is as shown by a square. The flow directions are indicated by the arrow. The blocked port are shown by the horizontal lines, two horizontal lines. The ports are shown in an appropriate flow direction within the line arrow. Either it may be in the forward direction or it may be in the reverse direction.